Hello everyone, my name is Christina Joseph and I am a data science and business analytics intern at the Sparks Foundation. So, this is my second task, which is prediction using unsupervised machine learning. Let's understand the problem statement first. So, in this unsupervised machine learning problem, we need to predict the optimum number of clusters with the help of k-means clustering and represent it graphically. Here, the IRIS dataset consists of 6 columns. K-mean clustering is the simplest unsupervised machine learning algorithm that solves clustering problem. The goal is to categorize the given items into groups. Basically, in clustering, we do not have a target to predict. We simply observe the data and then try to merge similar observations and form different groups. So firstly, we will import all the required libraries such as Panda and NumPy for data analysis and manipulation, Matplotlib for data visualization. Next step is to read the data and we can see the data is successfully imported. .head function will return first few rows of the file and it also helps to determine whether the dataset has been read or not. Here we can see the columns name that is ID, sepal length, sepal width, petal width and species. In this image we can see it more realistically. This is the petal length, petal width, sepal length and sepal width. So next step is to visualize the data set in more detailed way. Here, to know the dimensions of the data frame, we are using .shape function. It gave an output 150,6 which represents rows and columns respectively. Let's move ahead. .describe function is super helpful as it tells us about the statistical data of the dataset like mean, standard deviation, the different percentiles and so on. It gives us very nice overview of what kind of data we are working with. So to get more concise summary of the data, we will use .info function. Here we can see list of all the columns, non-null values, and here in all the columns there are 150 non-null values and their data types. Well, we also have the value of range index provided for the index axis. .dtypes function helps us to identify categorical and continuous variables. Object type is categorical variable and int and float type is continuous variable. As we can see that species is a categorical variable. So to know all types of unique values of species column, we will apply .unique function. So here in the output, it shows there are 3 unique types of species: Iris setosa, Iris versicolor, Iris virginica. Next, to count the frequency of unique values, we will use .value underscore counts function. As we can see in the output, the value underscore counts function has returned the value counts of each unique value. Although by using .info function, we can interpret the missing values, but to be more concise, we can use .isNull.sum function. So here all the columns has 0 missing values. We know that it is an unsupervised machine learning problem. We will just drop 2 columns, that is ID and species, and then save our dataset in the new variable called iris underscore df. So after dropping 2 columns, we are left with 4 features, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width in centimeters. Step 3. Finding the optimum number of clusters. So we will apply elbow method to find the optimum number of clusters. First of all, importing the k-means function from sklearn.cluster. To calculate the within cluster sum of squares value, I have created an empty list and then running the for loop to range 1 to 11. That is, run the loop for 1 to 11 item each. Fit the data using k-means.fit function and append the result in our WCSS list, which is an empty list we created above. Now, plotting the WCSS, that is within cluster sum of squares, range to generate elbow plot, and see the graph clearly specifies the elbow method. The bend here is clearly visible. It lies somewhere between 2 and 4. So we will choose the number of clusters as 3. Step 4. Applying k-means clustering on the data. Here I have set the number of clusters to 3 and let's fit the data into the k-means algorithm and do the predictions. Here y represents the label of clusters. In the output we can see there are 0, 1 and 2, that is Iris setosa, versicolor and virginica respectively. Since we defined 3 clusters earlier, so all the observations have either been assigned to cluster number 0, 1 or 2. So dot cluster underscore centers underscore return the centroid of the cluster formed. Now the final step is to visualize the clusters. I have used matplotlib to plot scatterplot and passed on all required parameters. Here in X, we have put all the rows and 4 columns by using .ilog function. C represents the color, S represents the size of the cluster, and one can choose any number according to their own interest. And we have set label for all the 3 clusters, that is Iris setosa, Iris versicolor, Iris virginica. After that we will plot the centroids of the cluster. For that we will use k-means.clusters underscore centers underscore function in all the rows and first column. Similarly for second column, size to 80, color yellow and labeled as centroids. So in the graph at the top right corner we can see which color represents what. Like Iris setosa represents red color, green color represents Iris versicolor, blue color represents Iris virginica, and yellow color represents the centroids. Finally, we have visualized the optimum number of clusters for the Iris dataset. Thank you.